Hello, I'm Brian Huckins, and I am going to report to you about my verbal communication assignment. I have worked together with my organization, NAMI New Hampshire, to develop a policy and procedure around active shooters. The important piece of this is to be a proactive and transparent plan that includes formal communication networks. This plan needs to be proactive for it to be successful. All staff will be trained on this plan at our next all-staff meeting, and it will be taught to all new employees during their orientation. This formal communication network will also include formal policy. The active shooter plan starts with the knowledge of the building. There's two buildings at NAMI New Hampshire, and people will need to know the ins and outs of physical locations of this building. So, in other words, there are many office spaces and exits in each building, and staff will need to be aware of each one of those exits and office spaces, including where emergency alerts are found in each building. There are actually 4 emergency alerts found in each building, and those are very important to use in case of an emergency. Currently, NAMI right now has 2 adjacent buildings that are relatively small. Each building has 2 conference rooms, but there are direct exits located throughout each building, and there are also direct exits through windows on the first floors of each building. The second part of this plan is probably the most important, is using a technique called avoid, deny, and defend training. It's one of the most recognized strategies to educate the community around active shooters. So first stances with an active shooter is to avoid the shooter. If you can get out and get away, do it quickly and get away. The preferred location to meet will actually be 2 blocks away from NAMI at the Concord Police Station. If you cannot exit quickly, we want you to make a rapid decision to deny the shooter. We want you to hunker down. We want you to block the area that you're in. We want you to lock the door that you're in. We want you to put whatever you can against that door to make sure that that person's not going to come into that door. Often, if the door is locked or something is blocking the door, an active shooter will just move on to the next piece. Finally, if it's the last resort, you will need to defend yourself, and you have that right to do that. Use any object, any weapon you can find, whether it's pens, paperweights, tables, chairs, whatever it needs to be. You're defending for your life at this point. If the shooter comes at you, throw things at them and approach them with your arms crossed. So this way, hopefully, they will hit a non-vital organ, and hopefully you will be able to stop them enough in order to get away. Overall, the reality of being part of an active shooter in Concord, New Hampshire is very minimal. If an active shooter situation does occur and people are prepared to respond, it may save lives, including yours. This plan will be practiced by all employees every 90 days, the same practice as it is for fire drills. If a plan is practiced and implemented correctly, it can save lives.